EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Stanley looking to pass. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That's good.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Stanley. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Stanley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I bet we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Well, the Rams had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
The 35-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyren Williams. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Derek Hall make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Stanley to throw. And this is caught at the end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
A loss of 3. brings up second and goal at the Seahawks.
A play fake. Now Stanley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Terrence Ferguson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Rams 7, Seahawks nothing.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 11. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be touchdown at the end, but a big play on that one.
First down, Seahawks.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Ken Walker. Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60. Here we go. Set.
They'll look to throw. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Rams 14, Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The quick feet by Jackson. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Stanley. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stanley. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
To Jalen Tolbert. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Stanley. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stanley finding Williams once more. Complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hunter is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how...
everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he checks this one down to Williams. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Open man. He's got his tight end, Elijah Royal. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready, set. 19, 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Down to about the 22 here. 2nd down and 3.
60, a 7-yard pickup.
Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Stanley looking to pass. He'll try and do this himself. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
He'll look to throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Stanley. That's complete to Wicks. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Rams punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And
right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. There he goes left side. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Another big play here as they strike for 31. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Ready, break. Ready, hut.
And they'll run it with Hunter. And they've got it in the red zone now and down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again on the ground with Hunter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now Stanley. This one swung out to Williams.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here's Stanley to throw.
Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Stanley.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Stanley. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. And Walker once more. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's a gain of 15. Brings up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Touchdown, LA! Terrence Ferguson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
34. Seahawks 21.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
46-yard line.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Here's Hunter. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Third and 12. Stanley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, LA! Jalen Tolbert, 43 yards. And the Rams look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Rams 41, Seahawks 21.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Running free at the 45. Inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's got room at the 30. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Rams tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.